Hello folks, welcome back to Gold Scams number 3, part 3 at the Excellent Universe channel. And parts 1 and 2 were broken up, sort of interrupted. So anyway, I wanted to say, even though there are scams and people want you to believe that we have 400% inflation, which is hyperinflation in the United States. Now that might be true of other currencies outside of the United States. So when they say that, they just might not mention that, and they want you to believe that we have hyperinflation. Now, over long periods of time, it's true. For example, since 1970, the value of the dollar has dropped well over 98%, but that's been, say, more than over 50 years. So yes, it's bad. It's typical government, basically expropriation, which sort of means legal theft, and but because you don't have to use cash if you don't want to, so it's reducing the value of your cash, but it's not exactly theft. It's legal, so you just have to be careful holding on to large amounts of cash over long periods of time. The value of it is just going to go down. So if you think you're going to put money in savings accounts and that's going to help you, well, it can help you in the short term, but in periods of high inflation, it's a really treacherous, questionable activity. And so actually, in that case, that's why people warn, better to be in gold. So it's actually true, although gold fluctuates, and so you can have the value of gold going down and up, and so it's less stable over shorter periods of time sometimes than a savings account. But savings accounts, guaranteed your money will decline, especially when there's a lot of money printing. And it's good to warn against hyperinflation, so I'm not really so angry at these people, but I still think it's a scam because they say we have hyperinflation right now. But although we have incredible inflation because of printing money, which includes the Federal Reserve, the Treasury, the government, the presidents, both Trump and, a lot of presidents, they're always promoting more government solutions, more government spending, almost always. And except for, strangely, Clinton, the money government actually reduced its deficit and maybe even its government debt. Those are not the same things. You should look that up. But my point is, over time, governments do this. They play with the money to get more. They're helping out the rich, and the rich often fund who is in government, and by printing more money, they control who gets it first, and they really benefit. And as I said, people who are saving, they lose over time, so it's not a good idea. So over long periods of time, when the stock markets and other assets like houses are not so super high priced, it's much better to have those kind of assets. And gold, because people can still dig it out of the ground, it doesn't increase in price compared to the US dollar as much as corporate bonds. There's a difference in government bonds and corporate stocks. So just keep that in mind. And we're here looking for electric vehicles. Let's hope we can improve the environment. And do well in this time of very high inflation caused by money printing. And also it's 2022 February, so a lot of people are out of work from the pandemic. They want to stay home, and of course for people who have passed away, their money has been often passed down or inherited by the younger generation, and so the younger generation may have a lot of money and they don't absolutely have to work. They can spend the money and stay home, and that's going to reduce productivity. We have fewer people as a percentage of our society working right now than normal. So in other words, fewer workers means companies have to pay more for each worker, and they might not be able to have as good profits. So chances are we'll have a bear market or some corrections, or if there's a really big surprise that's bad, like a war with Russia or something happening in the world, then there could be a stock market crash as well. So right now, these scammers trying to get you to buy gold are actually helping you out. And but I wouldn't put all your money in gold, unfortunately, because sometimes governments also take gold. Governments make it illegal to own gold besides jewelry. And this has happened even in the United States in the last century. Yes, it has. Take a look, research, Google, use the internet. This is not financial advice. This is for educational entertainment, as they say. It's sort of required. I'm not a financial advisor. Do all of your own research, and thank you very much. Okay, don't get scammed in thinking gold is a good long-term thing. Look at the historical long-term growth of gold prices versus stocks versus bonds, and even real estate. For example, real estate investment trusts, REITs. And you may find that it's real estate that does the best over long periods of time. Unless you're super smart, A student, high IQ, get a financial advisor to help you through all this. And good luck.